Kayla. I whirled and found that I was being followed by a car, but not Shay's. My eyes widened as my chest tightened. The little maroon beater slowed down. There were 5 guys in it, and all of them started shouting at me in Spanish and in English. A couple of them were wearing masks. My heart began to pound as I tried to figure out what to do. Do I run? Do I talk tough? Help me, I muttered. You Kayla Fire Smidgall? They shouted at me, while they spoke to each other in Spanish. Why? I demanded. Their eyes lit up, and all of them simultaneously smiled. Oh crap, I'm in so much trouble, and Shay probably took off because he's ticked off at me for... Then I heard squealing tires and a ferocious-looking Escalade barreling towards the beater. When the Latino guys noticed it, they all started screaming like little girls. I probably would have paused to point and laugh at them if I wasn't so busy turning to run away. He's gonna kill us, one of them shouted as they hit the gas. I ran towards the open field on the side of the Catholic church. God, please don't let me get shot. I can't believe I'm even in this situation. I lunged towards the nearest tree, which would give me about as much cover as a toothpick could. Shay. They squealed out of the parking lot as quickly as possible. I wanted to go after them, but then I would have left Kayla to fend for herself, which was laughable. She shot into the field. I would have followed her in the Escalade, but it was too much of a risk for it with all the hills and mud. I really love my car. So I jumped out of the SUV, my gun in hand, just in case they came back, and went after her again. Kayla, I shouted, getting real impatient at this point. Pretty sure if she'd just listened to me in the first place, none of this would have happened. She turned and glanced around wildly. Then her eyes met mine. She visibly swallowed as her eyes darted back and forth. Then she turned and shot towards me with the equal amount of speed she'd been running away with. I slowed down and jogged towards her. Is she about to run into me? When we came within 2 feet of each other, she jumped into my arms and hung onto my neck. I'm glad I realized what she was about before she got to me. Otherwise, we probably would have fell in the mud. I wouldn't have been cool with that either. I really like my clothes, too. She was breathing hard against my neck and shaking a little. But she said nothing. She really didn't have to, though. I think she finally gets it. Don't be getting all emotional on me, girl, I muttered as I tucked my gun into the back of my pants. No, I wouldn't do that, she replied through a tight voice. I half smiled for a second. Then she let go of me. I'll take that ride now, she said quietly. I swore. Right you will, I responded. She smiled and we walked side by side back to the car. Then she did the strangest thing when we were almost back to the Escalade. She took my arm and drew close to me, like I was her refuge. Then I did something strange too. I let her.